Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents here on Prime Day on Amazon Live, but we're simulcasting on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and on X. We also want to welcome those tuning in over on IG, even though IG's been giving me some trouble over there from yesterday. Hopefully today works well. We're excited about today's hour you guys are joining us for today. We have two great conversations, have some amazing products that are on sale right now for Prime Day. We're about to go live on Amazon so I can tell you guys all about it. We have Dr. Velma Bagby back with us today. We also have a first timer here on Amazon Live today, author Melissa Cobb, who's also a Mississippi native as well. So I'm excited about that. And we're now live on the Amazon Live platform, which Cyrus Webb presents here on Prime Day. So glad you all could be with us on the Amazon side. You're going to see books in our carousel. You're going to see products in our carousel. So make sure you guys do hit that follow button, either here in this corner or down below. We're kicking things off this hour with one of my friends and also someone who's a very talented author herself. Dr. Velma Bagby is back with us. She's going to talk with us about her writing journey. You all will see a lot of her books in our carousel there on the Amazon side, including the book you guys see here. We've been spending a lot of time talking about. I'm going to highlight it for you guys. Hold Your Head Up, Princess. She also recently released another book as well that I think it's going to be great for those in the corporate world. But Dr. Velma, welcome back to the broadcast.
Thanks, Cyrus. It's a wonderful privilege for me to be back with you.
Well, look, it's always great to talk with you because there's so much to talk about. And let me just start off by saying this, Dr. Velman. You and I have had this conversation, and I was thinking about it as I was prepping for your show today. One thing that I appreciate so much about you is that you have not limited yourself. You could have very easily in your career as an author and a coach just kind of focused on marriage, dating, relationships, which that's fine and there's a great market for that. But you have expanded to talk about other things like writing, out of corporate, like inspiration, motivation. What has that been like for you to be able to use the different aspects of your life and use them to inspire people?
Well, we always set out to make sure that whatever we're writing, there's this particular audience waiting for what we have to say. So I
Mm-hmm.
try to keep that approach in mind, even with the dating and relationship books, but
Mm-hmm.
also the other books that have come forward. I try to keep that in mind. Somebody wants to see this, somebody wants to read this. And so I try to keep that perspective in mind. I'm surprised at some of the things that I've been able to write about, and even family members have approached me. Look, that short story you wrote about our mom and growing up, that needs to be expanded. People need to see more about what we experienced and went through because we were a happy family, although we had little. So,
Yeah.
all of those different aspects, I just think there's an audience for them, and I'm glad
Yeah.
I was able to write them.
So true. ESP presents hello to you over there on IG. She says hello to you both. Be good, Cyrus. Um, Doc,
Thank you.
Ellen, I'm always good. What are you talking about? I don't know what I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I appreciate you watching over there on IG. Could you have imagined, though, Dr. Velma, after you left corporate, could you have imagined that you would have this exciting new chapter that you've been involved in the past several years?
Not at all, Cyrus, because writing was a part of my job. I had to
Mhm.
develop training tools. I had to help new managers come into management. I mean, I was writing all the time.
Uh-huh.
But when I got ready to retire, I assumed that all of those abilities and skill sets would go into the box marked retirement. That was what I was planning to do,
Yeah.
but not so. God sometimes leads you in a new direction because He's giving you these gifts and talents He wants to use more. And
Yeah.
that's what happened to me, as we talk about in the new book that I released, Finding Your Voice After Corporate Laryngitis. I wrote for them, I spoke for them, I represented them in corporate. But looking at what I had to offer was something new for me.
Yeah. Finding your voice after corporate laryngitis. I wish we had that one. Uh, Wait a minute. I actually, I actually do have that one.
Wow.
That's the book you were talking about. Finding
Wow.
your voice
Yes.
after corporate laryngitis. So you never know with me, Dr. Ram.
I
I'm
sure don't. I sure don't.
full of surprises. You guys can get this. And Dr. Ram, thank you so much for the blurb. You all can see the name there, Cyrus Webb. They're on the back of that book here. So, Dr. Velma, I was so excited. I was wondering if I was going to have it in time for our interview.
Oh.
So I was so glad that it did come in
Mhm.
time. So let's talk about this book for a moment, because I think this book, I was saying to you, especially with what we see happening in the world right now, and I'm going to highlight it for you guys over on the Amazon side. There are people right now, either by choice
Uh-huh.
or by circumstances, are forced out of situations like their jobs, and they're looking for something else. Dr. Velma had asked me if I was going to read anything from anything, and I couldn't tell her yes because I didn't want to tell her yet that I had this copy of the book. But you do talk about in chapter 6, which I think is an interesting chapter.
Uh-huh.
Tell, don't show versus show, don't tell. I want to talk
Yep.
about the switch that you had to make. And you wrote this, Dr. Velma, for those who have the print edition on page 34. I
Uh-huh.
began using a great writing tool to help me turn off that corporate voice. This writing tool highlighted my corporate writing mistakes of tell, don't show, and with practice, helped transform my writing into show, don't tell. Talk to us about that and what helped you to kind of flip that switch.
Well, in corporate, there's no dialogue involved. You're not going to quote anybody that said something that you're going to be using in your writing. And so, if you're communicating with someone, whoever that person may be, external or internal within the department, you're not trying to demonstrate anything. But in fictional writing, in order to draw your audience in, you're not going to just tell them, which is what corporations do. We tell them what we want to tell them. But in creative writing, you want to show the audience, which means I gave the example of one of the stories I had written early on about my husband and I and how we met. And I described our very first date and said that he picked me up in this 1954, I think it was a Ford or Chevy, I'm not sure now, but he picked me up and we went on our first date. And so I happened to have a group of people that I asked to read the story to see if there was anything missing. And
Mhm.
so when the person responded to me, she said, well, what did you have on? What did he have on? What kind of cologne did he have? What music were you listening to? I told them, but I didn't show them. So
Yeah.
showing them tells me what atmosphere, tells me where we were, it tells us what kind of car, it tells us the mood we were in. All of the details she asked for is showing. So you're drawing the person into the moment versus telling them what the moment was like. And once I did that, even to me, it felt like a better story
Mhm.
because it felt like you were there.
Yeah.
And that's why corporation is not interested in your feelings. They're just going to tell you what you need to know. But in creative writing, you have to show the audience. And that includes if you're talking about a place, a restaurant, you have to demonstrate what that restaurant is like. What's the atmosphere? What city? And what's the mood of the city? All of that you have to draw them in. What time of day? Was it light? Was it raining? Was it warm? Was there a breeze? All of those details you're showing them so that they can come into that moment and really feel that experience.
Love that. Hello to MB. Good to be able to see you. Hello to you, Blessed Elaine, over there on IG as well. Glad you could join us. And you all tuning in also on YouTube. Appreciate you as well as on Amazon. Appreciate you guys. You guys are watching Cyrus Represents, our Prime Day edition. We're giving you some conversations, giving you some great products that are on sale here. Some we've never even shown here on our Amazon live show before. But we're kicking off this hour speaking with Dr. Velma Bagby. She's an Amazon best-selling author. We're talking with her not only about her journey as an author, motivational speaker, media personality, and coach. But you see some of the books here by Dr. Velma, and she has others too. We were just talking about this book, which is her latest. You guys will see in the carousel there, Finding Your Voice After Corporate Laryngitis. You can get that in print in the Kindle edition. Let's go back though to the book that for you and I that kind of kicked off our working relationship and friendship, Dr. Velma. It's a book we haven't talked about in quite some time, and that
Mhm.
is The Catch No One Wants. So I'm going to highlight it for our audience. They can see it here. It does seem like a world ago, Dr. Bama, since we've talked about Grayson
Yeah.
and Veronica, because you've
Yes.
given us so much more. But what has it been like for you to see how they continue to resonate with readers?
It's amazing to me. First of all, the reaction to that one book, I thought I was writing one novel. It's amazing to me the reaction I received. It was so well received that it's now a 5-book series. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. I mean, everybody was excited about the very first book. This very first one really set the tone for the entire series, and readers wanted more. So that told me my approach was the correct approach, and it told me I did the right thing and not going toward leaning towards nonfiction, but decided to lean towards fiction. I really enjoyed it.
You also have experienced something else that I think aspiring authors and those out there will appreciate, Dr. Velma, and that is being able to trust yourself. You know,
Yeah.
it's so easy for us to get caught up in the supposed rules
Yeah.
that are out there, but you have been able to show that you can kind of make up your own rules, and that's okay. What has it been like for you to have that freedom and to create within that freedom?
Well, that's what it's all about. Creativity. There's no borders, there's no
Yeah,
boundaries. I mean,
right.
creativity is just that. How can you stop creativity? It flows. Even when I'm writing, my approach to writing, some people didn't realize there was a jigsaw puzzle method towards writing. I'm not an outliner, and I'm not a person who's going to outline chapters and what I want to say in each. And when I realized that, that helped me to get out of the struggle I was in at the
Mm,
beginning of my writing and discovered that I'm really more a jigsaw puzzle, which really speaks to creativity. I
yeah,
create in the moment what I believe needs to be in the book
yeah,
in that moment. The next day, I might be working on a different piece. Now, where they're going to fit, I don't know that yet. I can't do an outline until I have more pieces. And once my pieces are there, then I can say, this is how it's going to fit. I can then put the puzzle together. Then I can create an outline. And I think that's important for everybody to know to understand that you have that creativity and you have to find what's comfortable for you.
right.
When they told me to create an outline at the beginning, it drove me crazy. I couldn't do it that way. I had to approach what I finally realized has a title. This method was the jigsaw puzzle method, and it set me free, really. So I hope
Yeah.
it does the same for everybody else as you find out what works best for you as a creative person.
Love that. Kevin Webb Arts, hello to you over there on IG. Glad you could be able to join us as well. The last thing I want to talk to you about, Dr. Velma, is the book that I alluded to earlier. I'm going to go back and highlight it for our audience. Hold Your Head Up, Princess. Now, when you first wrote this as a short story, as part of an anthology,
Yeah.
right? What has it been like for you now to expand it and to see how many people of different generations are able to get something from this book?
They really love it because I love the fact that I'm able to speak to so many issues that are still very prevalent today, growing up and feeling pressured, growing
Yeah.
up and feeling, judged. All of that I talk about in the book, and all of it were steps towards me becoming the woman I was destined to become, to do what I'm doing now,
Mm,
to I have all these titles I could put on my next to my name and all of that. That none of this would ever have happened had that little girl in middle school not experienced what she experienced. And I had to learn to practice turning negativity into a positive for me. I
right.
sought to prove people wrong. Whatever their interpretation or opinion of me, I sought to prove them wrong. I didn't say anything. I didn't retaliate. I simply just demonstrated who I really was and gave them an opportunity to see that. And so that was important to me. And so I hope that what I've written will resonate with all these different age groups because at every stage I had some kind of challenge that was attempting to chip away at who I was, my value, and my worth. And it's important that we all help to encourage others to find their path despite some of those challenges.
I think that's such a great reminder. And it's something I think that all of us, men and women, can appreciate too.
Absolutely.
That goes to this point too. You know, as a guy who reads a lot of books, Dr. Bama,
Hmm.
I read a book like Hold Your Head Up, Princess. I read a book like Finding Your Voice after corporate laryngitis. And I think to myself that these are books that, yes, I know your primary audience is women, but what has it been like for you to see how men have been able to find some great nuggets out of them as well?
It really helped me. It really, I should say blessed me. It really did because I was excited about that.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to take the approach that I'm only talking to one gender
yeah,
necessarily, but I do want what I write to resonate to other people. Even Hold Your Head Up Princess should resonate with men just as it just as it is women. I didn't write it specifically for women. I just wrote it from the perspective of a female.
Hmm.
But what I experienced, it applies to everybody, male and female. So
Right.
I'm excited about that. And then hearing from the men when I was writing the Catch series, hearing from the n- first acknowledging the fact that I had male readers, didn't know that, who asked, "When are you going to talk about?" And that told me I had a small pocket of men that really wanted to know. And so, in honor of them and their requests, I created that third book that was specifically for men. So, it started out with me focusing on women, but it turned out men wanted to hear more too.
Right.
So, I was able to address that.
Right. Such a great point. Hello to you. Good to see you, spiritual sunbeam. Good Jacqueline Cox over there on IG. ESP Presents says, Dr. Vama, what's your take on whether intentionally or not do we all in some way wait for others' approval? Oh, that's a good question. What is your thoughts on that, Dr. Vama? Do you think that you find a lot of people who are waiting on the approval of others before they act on something?
Sometimes, depending on what you have, it depends on what your experiences have pushed you to do. In some
Mhm.
cases, I've met people who, because of their experiences, that's what they rely on,
Yeah.
because they've experienced some kind of traumatic experience, reaction, whatever that may be, that caused them to start pausing each time. You don't have to do that. You don't need anybody's approval. What
Yeah.
God has put in you is what He put in you. No, He's the one that approves because He put it in you, and so therefore He gave you the permission to go and do what you need to do, and it is necessary to have approval. Yes, the validation came after I wrote that very first novel. That validated I was on the right path.
Right.
But it continued, like the book for the men, and then the other topics I've written about. My family. One of the books I wrote in an anthology about my mother and our experience growing up with a single mother raising 8 kids, and people were shocked at what they found in our household, that our house was so organized. That's because she had soldiers in the house, 8 of us, and all of us had a job to do.
Right.
So yes, the house was pulled together and people were shocked at it. I've seen people with 2 children and it was just looked like a terror. So my daughter said, my sister said, you should write the book about all of our experience. So although we had, mm, you know, our means were very low. I mean, we didn't know we were poor until somebody mentioned it to us. Life was
Yeah.
just life. And
Right.
so having that and still being happy and still having a mother who used everything she could to lay away. She was the layaway, original layaway queen, and made sure our Christmases were just over the top.
Right.
Those are stories that need to be told.
Yeah. Such a great thing. Such a great point. Dr. Velma, you're having a busy season as we're beginning Q4. You also are preparing for something special coming up on Saturday, November the 1st. Talk to us about this virtual event you're going to be hosting.
Well, I was inspired to host a virtual event. I've been talking about it. Like one of my books, I did the decade of talking about Dr. Velma Talks, a decade of it. It's been 10 years. And when I realized that, I didn't even realize it until that book was being worked on and it said a decade. I'm going, what? It's been 10 years? Now it's time to really get it out there and really have
Yeah.
conversations around it. I've had individual conversations, but this is an opportunity to have a great conversation. And I'm going to offer the group that participates in the virtual conference a special package at the end. So I can't tell you what it is yet, though.
Okay. Well, I tell you, it gives us something to be able to look forward to. Again, everyone, Dr. Velma Bagby is joining us here on Prime Day for Cyrus Webb Presents. We're talking with her about a very busy time for her. A lot of great books for you guys to choose from individuals of all ages. The newest one, though, as you all can see, I'm going to highlight it again for you guys over on the Amazon side. There it is right there. Finding Your Voice After Corporate Laryngitis. You can see it here in the center. You can also, of course, get the book you see here. The Catch No One Wants, and you can be able to get Hold Your Head Up Princess, as well as other books by Dr. Velma, too. I have some of the other ones here on the side of me. Don't have enough room on my desk to be able to showcase them and still be seen myself. But Dr. Velma, let our audience know how can they stay connected with you.
That's funny. Wendy mentioned to me, she says, Dr. Velma, I can't keep up with you. Another book. So, hey, I'm on all social media platforms as Dr. Velma Bagby, so feel free to reach out to me. You can also go to my website, drvelmabagby.com. I look forward to hearing from all of you.
Love that. Dr. Rama, congratulations to you. So glad to have you joining us here on Prime Day.
Thank you, Cyrus. Always a pleasure hanging out with you.
Oh, my pleasure as well. Congratulations also on the new book. And we definitely have more coming up. So you guys stay where you are. If you're just tuning in, welcome. You're watching Cyrus Webb Presents here on Prime Day. We're giving you guys some great products, some great conversations. And we do have a first timer that's joining us here on Amazon Live today, Mississippi native Melissa Cobb. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Before we get into that, though, I do have some great products to tell you guys about. So if you guys are joining us on the Amazon side, you will see the carousel. We're going to be featuring them here for you. The first one is from a company that I really like a lot called TomCare. Now, as you guys know, I love my solar products. So I'm always excited about brands I'm able to work with that give you guys some great solar products. TomCare is one of theirs. They have their 2-pack of their solar lanterns you all can see here. This is what it looks like here. Now, these are waterproof. So you can be able to have these indoor and outdoor. There are 3 things you need to know about these particular ones. They are metal, so really good material is what it's made out of. You get 2 of them. They can be hung. As you see, they do come with the chain to be able to hang them up, or you can be able to sit them on a flat surface on your front porch, your patio, or of course you can hang them from a tree outside of your house. That's the first thing to keep in mind. Again, as I mentioned, they are waterproof. All you have to do is take the top off of it. There's an on-off switch and a real bulb that's there. Even though you see the solar panel there, make sure you put it somewhere where you can get good lighting. And the reason why that's going to be important, once you put it back on, it leads us to the third thing. Once it gets dark, look at that. It lights up really nice, gives you a nice bright light. Again, no electricity needed. This is a great addition, again, to your indoor or outdoor. If you're using it indoors, because I do use mine for events, just make sure it's somewhere where you can get some good artificial lighting from the lighting in the room. And then when the lights go off, you can be able to, of course, cover up the panel and you'll be able to get that nice light there. You get 2 of these for $23.99 as part of the Prime deal right now. The regular price is $29.99, but you get 2 of these for $23.99. Now, a lot of you guys, not me, but a lot of you guys are going tailgating to games. I know here in Mississippi, there's a homecoming game that's coming up. I won't be in town, but even if I wasn't in town, I wouldn't be going because that's not really my thing. But if it is your thing and you're looking for some hand warmers, have a great brand that I'm working with called Gaiatop. Now, if you guys join me in North Carolina for my Amazon show I did for Teacher Appreciation, we gave some of these away in North Carolina. So these are the Gaiatop hand warmers. It's a set of 2, and I'm going to show you these. As you can tell, it's shaped like an avocado, and guess what? It looks just like an avocado. I'm going to tell you guys the great features about these and let you know the really good price they're on right now. So if you guys are getting ready for the games, you want something for the kids as it's getting cooler to be able to warm up their hands, Gaiatop has you covered with these hand warmers. Again, you get 2 of them, and look, they have a magnetic finish on them, and it looks like an avocado. See that? Isn't that cool? So you get 2 of these. Each one comes with its own charging cord. It's a USB-C charging cord. So you get 2 cords, so you can split them up. But as you can see as a set, they go nicely together. When you pull them apart, see, it looks like an avocado on the inside. They each have a power button that's here. You press the power button, and they start warming up within 15 seconds. So the way I use mine, I only use one. I just take them in my hand like this, and I can already feel it, and just put my hand like this to be able to use it. That way you can be able to share one with other people. But again, you get the Gaiatop hand warmers. The regular price is $19.99. It's on sale for Prime for $13.99. And again, when you're finished, you can just clamp it together, put it back inside the box if you want to keep the box for storing it. But again, $13.99 for the Gaiatop hand warmers. A great addition for you guys as you're going tailgating, spending time outside. Oh, thank you, Ellen. Ellen says I was so good. Well, thank you for that. I try every day. I think you normally just catch me in the bad moments, Ellen, which is why you think I'm not being good. The other product we have from Gaiatop, I'm going to highlight it for you guys in the carousel on the Amazon side for you coffee and tea drinkers like myself. Top has a great coffee mug warmer as well. Now, let me tell you what else is good about this. This makes for a great gift. And as you can tell, these products from Top are very well constructed. They are meant to last. Each one, of course, comes with their own instructions. But this is the Top coffee mug warmer. Works very well, has a nice long cord on it, so you don't have to worry about finding a place to be able to plug it in. Then all you have to do is press on the power button with your coffee cup on there, and it's able to keep it warm for you. Now, the regular price for this is $19.99. It's on sale right now for $15.99 for Prime. So again, this is great for us coffee and tea drinkers, but also as gift ideas for those who are coffee and tea drinkers as well. Again, as I said, very well constructed. You can be able to increase the intensity. I have to be honest with you. This is the first, and I've reviewed these here on Amazon for over a decade. This is the first coffee mug warmer I've ever tested that literally has a gauge for you to increase the warmth. Most of the time when you turn them on, the ones I've reviewed in the past, once you turn them on, it just kind of is at a steady warmth. But this, you're able to increase the warmth of the coffee mug warmer. So that makes it even better to make sure it stays nice and warm for you. So again, $15.99 is the price for the Top coffee mug warmer. So a great addition as well. So we talked about three things here. One from Tom Care, their waterproof solar lanterns. Okay, makes for a great deal. We then talked about the Top hand warmers. Told you guys about those. And then we talked about the Top coffee mug warmer as well. Again, all of these are great deals here on Amazon. If you are joining us on the Amazon platform, you'll see them in the carousel. I've been highlighting them in the carousel. I do have a couple of other products I'm going to tell you guys about. One of them, we're actually going to do an unboxing together of, because I want you guys to be able to see this for yourself. This is one of these table lamps that are rechargeable, and you do not have to worry about. This is great for when the lights go out, and it even comes with something extra I'm going to tell you guys about as well. So I'm going to do an unboxing for you guys here live on our program so you can see exactly what you have. Okay. So there you can see there's our lampshade for our lamp. There's the light bulb. And there is the base of the lamp here. And of course, we do have our instructions. So let me tell you what is cool about this. So the instructions are here. What is nice about this lamp, this table lamp, is that it's one of those things that you can easily be able to use. And when you use it, it has some bonuses with it as well. So I want to walk you through the bonuses of it. So I'm going to actually take out the cord for you guys so you can see. There's the cord. Nice long cord for you to be able to use there. And go ahead and take this off so you can see the full effect of it. And normally it's just on with a zip tie. And that's what it is. So we're going to go ahead and take that off. Okay. And take off our packaging there. So you can see it has that nice wood look to it. But if you'll notice, what makes this lamp different is that it actually has a place to charge up your devices on it. Isn't that cool? So you can not only be able to have the light, you have to be able to have it so you can be able to charge your devices as well. Okay? I'm going to take our lampshade out. So there's our lampshade for it here. Straighten this out here. And again, this is right out of the packaging. And as I mentioned, it does come with the bulb for it here. All right. Go ahead and make sure this is straight here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn it. I'm going to do it the long way. You can do it the long or the short way. I'm going to do it the short way so that it'll be taller here. And then we have our extra part here that's going to screw on inside of the lamp. So I'm going to go ahead and screw this in here. And this is going to keep it in place here. So when you all are watching me at home with Cyrus Webb on that show, this is another part of what I do to get everything ready for that show. And that is to put all of these pieces together. So by the time you guys see them, it's all done. Okay, so we get that all screwed on. So now it's in place. And now we can put our bulb in. Make sure it's nice and secure in there. Okay. All right, and once our bulb is inside, now I'm going to go ahead and plug it up. And again, as I mentioned, you can see a nice long cord here. All right, so we have it plugged in, and see, there you have it. So there's your light. Now, what's cool about this is all you have to do is touch the base. As you can see there, touch the base. Let's go ahead and straighten this up some here. Touch the base, and that's how you turn it on and off, as you can see there. And again, as I mentioned, you can be able to plug things into it as well as be able to use it to charge up your devices. So this particular lamp here, this one is on sale right now for $19.19. $19.19 is the price. And again, this is part of the Prime sale. The regular price is $28.99. Corruption Officer, hello to you. Good to be able to see you over there on IG as well. So again, another great addition here. I love this. Of course, you can be able to adjust the shade here. There you go. But this is definitely one of those cool gifts you can be able to have in any room. And again, very easy to be able to turn on and off just with your touch. All right, going to go ahead and put this back. So next up, we do have Melissa Cobb is going to be joining us here. I'm going to check and make sure Melissa is all set here. I don't see her backstage. Make sure that she's all good. Let's see. For those who are just tuning in, welcome. You all are watching Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon. This is part of our Prime conversations that we're having. And I'm excited about today because we just had Dr. Velma Bagby on the program, talking with her about her books. We're going to be welcoming Melissa Cobb to our broadcast as well. Make sure that, let's see, Melissa, let her know that we're back here waiting on her. And then we'll be able to talk to Melissa next. And Melissa and I have known each other for a while. And what's so interesting is I have actually hosted an event with her before in person. But this is her first time joining us on the program for Amazon. So we've met in person before, but it's our first time actually having her on the Amazon platform to be able to talk about her writing journey and books. Again, I love being able to talk to fellow Mississippians about their writing journey because it's always interesting to be able to hear what their experience has been like for them when it comes to sharing their books with the world. Now, if you guys are joining us on the Amazon side, you'll notice Melissa's book there. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it for you guys over there. For the Love of a Man is her newest book. We're going to be talking to her about that, but also, of course, about the writing journey overall for her, too. So you definitely do not want to miss that. Let's see. See if we don't have Melissa yet. Let's see if I can bring her in over on the other side. Let's see here. Okay. All right, not yet. So don't have her yet. So we're going to keep the program going though until hopefully we'll be able to get her. The next product I'm going to be to share with you guys, we're going to go ahead and go to another product while we're waiting on Melissa to be able to join us. We have these two lamps. So these are these rechargeable lamps that we have here. And you can see they're cordless table lamps here. We're going to do another unboxing for you guys here. So again, these are the cordless table lamps. I'm going to go ahead and get them opened up. And these are great for times when the lights may go out, or if you're needing some decorative lighting for your events as well. This is a great way to be able to get those. And if you've joined us again, if you were with us in North Carolina, we gave some of these out for the teachers as well. That's the user guide you can see there. And again, you get two of these lamps, as you can see here. I'm going to just take out one of them to show you how easy it is to be able to assemble and to use. So here is the top of it, and you'll see that's where you're able to screw it onto the base. Here is the base of it here, and I've gotten used to these because I've gotten these before. This is the base of it. Really good material, and it has the non-skid on the bottom of it, so you don't have to worry about it moving on you there. Charging cord, because you will need that to be able to charge it up. And this is a USB-C charging cord, you can see there. And then we're going to go into our actual poles for it. We're going to go ahead and pull those out for you. And you get two of those. Then that's what's going to give it the length. Okay, so let me show you how easy these are to be able to put together. So, and as I mentioned again, you get these are the cordless table lamps. You get two of them. Let's go ahead and show you how easy this is to assemble. So all you have to do is you take, this is the bottom of it. You take these and you're going to screw these in together. And that's going to give you your length for the actual lamp. You can see there. Then you're able to screw this one into the base. Just like that. And then you're able to take the top and you're going to screw it onto the top of this. So as you can see, it's really easy to do. And again, keep in mind, you get two of these. You can keep them separately if you like. Again, it comes with a charging cord, but it's been my experience that they already come charged enough to start using. So how do you turn it on? You turn it on using the top of the actual lamp. You'll just press the button that's there. See, there's the low, medium, and the high that's there. So these are really nice. Again, you get two of these table lamps here. Very easy to be able to assemble. Something that definitely comes in handy when the weather's changing. And then, of course, you can be able to have them together as well. Let's see. That's Melissa. Let's see. She says she's signed in, but we don't see her here. So let's see if she's actually backstage. Sometimes when there's that second step. Ellen, you were talking about the packaging. I think you were talking about the lamp. I mean, the packaging on all of these, I think, is really good. The great thing, again, about these products is that all of them are something that can come in handy for yourself personally, but also make for a great gift idea as well. Let's see. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. She says she's here, but I'm here and I don't see. Let's give her a minute here. I think she may be May still have her backstage. And again, if you're just now joining us, welcome over on the Amazon side. Make sure you guys do hit that follow button so you can stay connected with all of our programming. You'll see it either here in this corner or down below. Let's see if we're able to get Melissa on here. Let's give her a second here, see if she's able to come on. Going to give it just a second. Let's see if we can bring Melissa in.
I kept my heart in quiet places, between the lines of worn-out pages. The world was loud, the love was fake, so I chose stories I could take. Then you showed up like a sunrise, too bold, too bright for my disguise. Smiling out, not asking why, and suddenly I felt alive. But this is safe is where I should be, not chasing sparks of mystery. But somehow you understand.
You're late again. Why don't you set your watch?
I'm not late. Just fashionably on my own time.
You're the truth I never mentioned, the risk I was too scared to take.
All right, and we are back with Cyrus Webb Presents. Now we have Melissa that's joining us. Look, I was like, I don't see Melissa. She said she's here. I don't see her. Melissa, how you doing? Good to see you.
I'm good. I'm well. About yourself? Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I got my book too. You're not the only one with a book, Melissa. I got my book right here too. So, Melissa, welcome to Cyrus Webb Presents. I was telling them earlier that you and I have met in person before. This is your first time with us on the Amazon show. I'm going to highlight for our audience on Amazon the book For the Love of a Man. You all can be able to get your copy here. Melissa, what has this experience been like for you to be able to write these stories and to see the way that your readers are responding to them?
Well, it's been awesome because a lot of times the people, when they see me, like, did you really write that book? Because you don't look like you wrote that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I think it's one of those things too, Melissa. And both of us, kind of having that Mississippi in our lives as well. A lot of times, people are always excited to meet an author. When did you first know that writing was something you wanted to do?
Oh, when I first started with my cousin, she owned Vicious Inc. with her,
Mm-hmm.
and I started there, and like, okay, I like it. I like telling stories to tell people to get their mind off what they're going through, give them escape and adventure.
Yeah, yeah, and you definitely have been able to do that. Could you have imagined, though, that you would be able to have the longevity you've had, Melissa, when it comes to writing books and sharing your stories?
I didn't at first because it wasn't one of my first foremost things. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
have a clue, but as it went along, like, okay, Lord, thank you for this.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And it's been great following you. I'm so glad that we reconnected this year. And I'm excited that we are able to be able to share, your book, of course, with our audience, not only during Prime, but also throughout the rest of this month. So talk to us about, for those who are just finding out about For the Love of a Man, where did the idea initially come from?
Well, because everybody, when they think of abuse, they're thinking of something physical. But abuse isn't always physical. It's the things that you can't see. That's what hurts the most. And it's hard to get rid of that trauma once you've been affected by it. And once you've been affected by it, it stays with you until you get help or deliverance from it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's such a good point. And I think, too, it's something, unfortunately, in the world we live in today, Melissa, as you know, men and women both now are finding themselves in these positions where stories like this are becoming more often. Have you found that that's one of the things that's fun for you, that these characters you create are universal, meaning people, no matter where they may live, can be able to read your books and find a character they can relate to?
Yes, that's what you want to do. You want them to be able to see themselves in the book. If they can't see themselves, they're gonna say, "Well, this sounds like my cousin or my sister." They may not need to read this because if they don't accept your advice, they may accept it from someone else.
Right, right. And that is the cool thing. Now, over the years, you've had readers not only who know you in person, but also the internet has really helped all of us, myself included, to reach a whole new audience. What has that been like for you, Melissa, to have people you've never met tell you how much that they are enjoying your books?
Oh, it's awesome because if I can get just one person to change their idea or their perspective on their life, that's a whole lot. I mean, I understand that everybody's not going to change or feel it, but it's not for everybody. It's for those
Right.
that has that connection that needs it.
Right. I think that is such a great point, and it's such a great reminder, I think, for all of us. I want to say, for those who are just joining us, welcome. You all are watching Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. We are simulcasting, though, on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and on X. I'm joined today by Melissa Cobb. We're talking to Melissa not only about her own journey, but what it's been like for her to share that with all of you. For yourself, what about story ideas, Melissa? Where do you find inspiration comes from the most for you?
To be absolutely honest with you, they just come from every angle. Because it's just like with my company, changing the heart. If you could change the heart, you could change the mind. If you change the mind, you could change the life. And
Yeah.
that's what comes in, getting people to change or see a change or want to be a change or do a change.
Hmm. Yeah, I love that. And I love the fact that you say that because I think it really does show what all of us can do. Miguel Planner, hello
Mhm.
to you over there on IG. Glad you could be able to join us. I want to talk about for yourself about these characters. Have you found a book? I know it's hard for authors to talk about their favorite work, Melissa, but have you found a book that you wrote that seems to, no matter what else you put out, seems to really connect the most with readers? What would that book be for you that you feel like, even though it may have came out a while ago, it still is connecting with readers the way it is?
My Private Hell, The Untold Story of a Preacher's Wife.
Oh
That's a really
wow,
great
okay,
book.
okay, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think considering again the world we're living in today, I can understand that. Does it surprise you though? Does it surprise you that that book is one that when they think of Melissa Cobb, they think of you with that book?
Yes, it does. It does surprise me a lot because a lot of people they have secret lives that they're going through that people only see the outside, but they don't see what goes on behind closed doors. And with all of my books, I try to bring that perspective that you don't really know what you think you know until you're in it or you've seen it firsthand.
Yeah, yeah, that is so true, right? I mean, we don't know. It's not until, of course, either something comes out. It's so funny, Melissa. I know you've seen this too on the news. Something horrible will happen, and people who live next door to the person will say, "I had no idea they were like that. I never would have expected, that they
Uh,
would do something like that." Right? We hear that so much. I think that is so true, and that's what I think makes your characters so relatable. Let's go back to For the Love of a Man, because that's the one that I have here with me in the studio. And of course, we have it highlighted on Amazon. Talk to us about for yourself. You told me about how the story kind of began. What was one of the biggest surprises for you, though, as to way that people are getting from this book or receiving from it, or even in you writing it, Melissa? What was one of the things that you didn't expect to happen that ended up happening without spoiling anything?
Strength, faith,
Mm,
because sometimes we pray and we don't get answers like we want, but then it comes when we least expect it. It's the
yeah.
strength, the endurance to keep going. That's why the moral is when turning back is not an option. When you've gone so far, you can't turn around. You got to keep going. You got to keep pushing.
Yeah. And would you say, I know for myself, I haven't finished this one yet. I just started it last week. But would you say, though, Melissa, that part of it too is realizing that you're worthy of more? Because I know
Yeah.
for a lot of people, they don't think they can get out of situations, or they almost feel like they deserve it because of things that have been said or done. Do you think one of the messages that comes out in this book is that you're better than that? You are meant for better, and you don't have to settle for just anything.
Yes, I would, because to be absolutely honest with you, a lot of people settle for things that beneath them and not pushing themselves to greater because maybe it's the environment they came out of, or maybe it's what they think they see as love, and it may not really be love. That's what they've been introduced to. And that what makes them think that what they're accepting is really toxic, but to them it's their normal.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's so true. So here we are. We're at the end of 2025. It's hard to believe that, Melissa. What are you excited about? Do you already have another story in the works?
Yes, I got one just released last week. Yes, you
So
made
I'm
me this
behind
way. The life.
again. What? Tell me the name.
You made me this way. The life of Bobby D.
Yeah, okay. So I have to go back to Amazon and be able to get that as well. So see, this is the thing about people like Melissa. They're going to keep you going. I mean, and that's a great thing too, Melissa, because as a reader yourself, you know what it's like when you read one book, you're ready for the next book, you're ready for the next one. So it's great that you're be able to do that. So for those who have not gotten For the Love of a Man, that's the one I have here with me. You can be able to get it right now here on Amazon. And as you just heard Melissa say, she has a brand new one that has released as well. We'll make sure that we link that up as well. Melissa, let our audience know, how can they stay connected with you?
Through Facebook, and I'm also on Instagram.
Hmm.
Yes,
So,
I
in
have a
any,
website.
I'm sorry, Melissa, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I also have a website that is still she's still kind of fixing it out for me.
Okay. So I wanted to ask your advice for those out there who may be looking at you, Melissa, and saying, man, she didn't write all these books. I haven't written out one. I have all these ideas. What advice do you normally give them about starting, about the importance of just starting?
The main thing is to start. If you just write just one page a day, just start. You never know what it's going to end up at. Just as long as you start, because you can't end if you don't start.
There you go. That is great. That's a great line. You cannot end if you don't start. I love that for sure. And I think that is one of the cool things too. Mr. Varian Johnson, could be to see you as well. ESP Presents on IG said, tell them the name of the new book again, Melissa.
You made me this way. The life of Bobby D.
Okay, You Made Me This Way: The
Uh,
Life of Bobby D. And so that's the name of the new one. That was a question we got over there on IG. Melissa, congratulations to you again. So glad we had you on the program. Looking forward to having you back again soon.
yes. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you the
Yeah.
opportunity and to read my book.
Of course, of course. It's great to see you again, for sure. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents. Again, you can get Melissa's book, For the Love of a Man, here on Amazon. Her newest book, of course, is on Amazon as well. Make sure you guys are staying connected with her. We're going to make sure that we tag her on social media as well. Until next time, you'll make it a great one. Thank you so much for being with us here at Cyrus Webb Presents. We'll talk to you all soon.